YouTube, what it do, loved ones? You know the motto. If you can, after the story, go over there, hit me with a like, which is a thumbs up, and that'll let me know I'm kicking my stuff. This right here is a A-Tray Gangster Crip story. And to me, it's monumental, sentimental, historical, and valuable all in the same token. And this story takes place Los Angeles Men Central County Jail, homie. And at this time, I'm in there fighting a 3-strike case, homie. That can lead me away, possibly. And at the same token, you got a homie from my hood named LSD. He's in there on a 3-strike case as well. That can have him possibly out of there. And at this time, it's a homie from Inglewood family, Rug. He's running around at that time, fighting a hell of a case, along with other B-Dogs and Rips at the same token. It just happened to be a season. Everybody's in there fighting hell of a get-downs, homie. So anyway, to move up into the story a little bit more, homie, at this particular time in the Los Angeles Men Central County Jail, the tension is kind of at an uprise, homie. The tension is kind of at an uprise with the Rolling 60 Crips and the A-Tray Gangster Crips. They kind of not seeing eye to eye. And at this time, like I say, in the Los Angeles Men Central County Jail, you would get 60 Crips that'll rush A-Tray Gangsters, and you got A-Tray Gangsters that'll catch Rolling 60s and try to rush them and move them at the same token. So like I said, it's up in the air. So now, this, as me doing my time in there, along with my homeboy LSD and Rug and them, we up in there for like a year and some change, homie. So of course, we gonna have chunkums. Rips is having chunkums. Dudes is occasionally going to the hole. Dudes is occasionally getting caught with heat. Dudes is occasionally having to use heat to probably protect themselves throughout this county jail thing. And I'm talking about dudes that's cripping in blood, homie, because at this time it's kind of dangerous. But me and the homie, we kind of like platform ourselves as hell of a style homeboys from Inglewood neighborhood Piru, me and my homeboy LSD. So now, not only is we recognizing solid Rips that's gelling through this thing right here, the Rips is also recognizing us for our blood solidarity as being stand-up down moves, because word go around who chunk them, who holds their business, who down for this, who down for that, as well as we know high power Rips in our age group, older group, and shit like that. So anyway, within these cases that we fighting, dudes is going to court, I think every 2 or 3 weeks, homie, we going to court. So within us going to court, you occasionally get different groups of hoods, homie. Different groups of hoods to be up in there. So this particular day, homie, we hit court or something, homie. We hit court, and like I said, I'm going with my homeboy. We ain't on the same floor, but we occasionally bumping heads with one another, going to court, homie, along with the homie Rug from Inglewood family. Sometime he'll join in and go to court sometime with us, homie. So like I said, this particular day, we fall up in the tank, and we posted up. I see my homeboy, and if anybody familiar, they got them long benches that you can sit on. So my homie is kind of like to the left of me, so I'm leaned on the bench, turned to the side, cutting it up with the homeboy. We in heavy blood dialogue about our cases, about different things that's going on and all that shit. So in the midst of this, I think we, share a bag of chips or something, talking shit, sharing a bag of chips. And it's a friend of the family there, homie. And I'm not going to put his name out there, none of that. But he possibly is a target that the A-Tray gangsters will want to get at. So anyway, in the midst of me and the homie Blood dialoguing heavy, we happen to be chopping it up and look around. We see like 5 dudes bail up in the tank. Braided up, brown skin, dark skin, looking, real rough and about the business, homie. So as they bail up in there, homie, and tank check, niggas just scanning around. When they finally get up in there and stand and just scan the tank, it look like them dudes is on a photo shoot, homie. And these is the A-Tray Gangsta Crips. So when they come through boisterous, homie, and take they stand like they photo shooting on a flick, about 5 of them posting in different angles looking at dudes, homie. They hit the tank up. You know what I'm saying? They hit the tank up. They get to the, friend of the family, so homie, they get to him. Friend of the family get to him. He pushes that the Rolling 60s have been getting into it with. I mean that the A-Tray gangsters have been getting into it with. He pushed that set. So when they get to us, we push Inglewood Neighborhood Pyro, homie. We push our turf, homie. So in the midst of them scanning and tank checking, asking everybody where they from, and we push the turf. And me and the homie, as we pushing the turf, we looking at these dudes, they looking at us. And it's kind of like a stare off, homie. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, me and the homie, I think we was eating. So as it's a stare off, homie, a nigga rolling up a bag of chips, putting stuff up, and me and the homie kind of give each other that look. Like, homie, we might gotta get down with these dudes possibly. So the A-Tray Gangsta Crips, they fade off, I think, to a little huddle. And get to kind of chopping it, homie. You know what I'm saying? And kind of just post up. Nothing kick off, homie. Nothing kick off. So anyway, homie, we wind up going to court. No tension jump off, homie. So this is where the G shit come in and not the Ye shit, homie. So from that episode of the stare off, possibly might have had chumped him. Nothing happened. So now decades later, time later, homie, to these times right now, I got a young homeboy from my turf, Baby G half, homie, aka P Thrizzle on the microphone, homie. You know what I'm saying? And the homie P Thrizzle do music. So he happened to be navigating, homie, through the music thing and wind up bumping heads with SoDi, homie. Bumping heads with G.SoDi.2. So in the midst of him and G.SoDi.2 kind of talking and collaborating and getting to know one another, and G.SoDi.2 wind up asking my young homeboy, like really, like, where you from? So he get to where you from the homie. The homie let him know what he represent, what he up under. And just a street coincidence on this G shit and not this Ye shit, G.SoDi.2 tell Pete Thrizzle about me. He said, man, I know a solid one of your homeboys from Inglewood Neighborhood Pyro. Matter of fact, a couple of them. He said it's a short brown one with crop, cold bell, down dude. And I think his name is G half, homie. And he said it's another dude that was with him and they was holding it down. Up in there, a tall dude with NHP on the back of his neck, which he was talking about my homeboy LSD. He said, them two right there, homie, them some good down moves. We happened to be in the county jail one day and fall up in the tank and was finna go up on somebody. But we acknowledged that them dudes was talking to that person that we possibly would have went in on, homie. And by us having respect for them moves, we didn't make a move, homie. We just stood back. So in the midst of G.SoDi.2 telling Pete Thrizzle, which is Baby G half all this, Pete Thrizzle wind up calling me up on the phone. And I wind up chopping it up with SoDi. And so SoDi say, hey, homie, I was just telling your homeboy about you and your homeboy and the homie from family. That y'all, was some down moves, homie. Riders and shit. And that's why we didn't make a move inside that tank due to showing y'all dudes some respect, homie. And I was like, damn, homie, that's some G shit, homie. And I was telling him about me with the channel and everything, homie. And he was like, man, you cut out right for that, homie. You come from that era, homie. You can serve it up. And we cut it up a little bit more, homie. But he respected me and respected the homie and our get down enough to not even fade on their enemies, homie. Due to us having a conversation with this dude because I knew him as a friend of the family. And that was some hell of a shit, homie. 89 on up, homie. G shit, not ye shit. That was some hell of a shit. So that's what brought this story about. I always had this A-Tray story about the standoff, stare-off inside of a tank. But time later, homie, I got a chance to put a face to that altercation by Pete Thrizzle linking up in the studio with SoDi. And by the way, they got something they gonna be dropping soon with Pete Thrizzle and SoDi collaboration together that they had worked on, homie. But this just to show you how the street dynamics work when you a good dude, solid dude, and playing by the books, homie. Playing by the books and staying fair, homie. And I want to say A-Tray Gangster, Crip and Peace, Lil G.SoDi.2, homie. You know what I'm saying? On all aspects, homie, I respect you, homie. On all aspects, homie, bits and pieces of the world, homie, respect you for your get down, your dialogue, your character, your style, the messages you sent us through your music, homie. You'll be forever missed, homie. Love to your family, homie. Love to your turf community, homie. Because I know you a hell of a homeboy. You gonna be truly missed, homie. And shit, man, I'm gonna leave it like that. 89 on up. G shit, not ye shit. And just sending the legendary monumental story of when I bumped heads with some A-Tray gangster Crips inside of a tank. And one of them happened to be G.SoDi.2. And I didn't even know that was really him, actually him, until time later. And with this Crippin' and Blood thing sometime, we don't know each other's names, homie. When we come on the scenes and push Crip and Blood, sometimes it could go into straight fight, combativeness, and we don't know each other's names. We just knew we Crip and Blood each other, homie. So yeah, I just wanted to send that monumental thing, homie, and shout out once again to G.SoDi.2, A-Tray Gangster, Crip and Peace. I'm out.